We're going to be presenting a proclamation today recognizing Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which takes place each October through educational events, planned activities, and support groups. Millions of women and men are impacted by some form of intimate partner abuse each year. The impacts of domestic violence can be injury, post-traumatic stress disorder, housing insecurity, missed school or work, and other lasting issues. Moreover, historically, underserved populations, including persons with disabilities, immigrants, and racial and ethnic minorities, face some of the highest rates of domestic and sexual abuse. Here are 4 major signs that are experiencing abuse. Your partner threatens or tries to control you. Your partner controls your money. Your partner isolates you. Your partner physically abuses you. Anyone who is experiencing or has experienced domestic violence should contact the Family Justice Center of Montgomery County to seek help. All the services at the Family Justice Center are free of charge and can be provided in any language, and walk-ins are welcome. As we continue the important work of ending domestic violence once and for all, we need to help to build a culture where abuse is not tolerated in any form, and where survivors are heard, supported, and protected. I'm going to ask the group behind me to introduce themselves, and then I'm going to ask Earl Stoddard, Dr. Earl Stoddard, who's representing the county executive. The county executive, sorry, he couldn't be here with us this morning, to say a few words as well. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
I'm Jennifer Schwartz. I work for Trauma Services.
Good morning, Tondalale Royster, Commission for Women.
Jody Finkelstein, Executive Director, Commission for Women, Human Trafficking Prevention Committee.
Dornay Hill, Senior Administrator, Trauma Services, Department of Health and Human Services.
Smitha Varia, Program Manager at the Family Justice Center with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
Earl Stoddard, Office of the County Executive.
Assistant Chief Nicholas Augustine, Montgomery County Police.
Captain Jeff Bungie, Montgomery County Police.
Tom Mannion, Director of the Family Justice Center with the Sheriff's Office.
John McCarthy, State's Attorney for Montgomery County.
Ashley Noy, Manager of the Domestic Violence Prevention Programs with the Family Justice Center.
Maxwell Wee, Montgomery County Sheriff.
Lieutenant Dave Cohen, Montgomery County Police.
Sergeant Steve Chung with the Montgomery County Police Domestic Violence Unit.
Karen Foxman, Managing Attorney, DC Volunteer Lawyers Project, Montgomery County Office.
Sarah Tenen, Executive Director of DC Volunteer Lawyers Project.
Catherine Bradley. I am also a Managing Attorney at DC Volunteer Lawyers Project, Montgomery County Office.
Lieutenant Cynthia DeFries with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Domestic Violence Unit, Human Trafficking Committee.
Rose Scottman, Montgomery County Trauma Services.
Karina Uriola with Trauma Services.
Debbie Feinstein, State's Attorney's Office.
Thank you very much. Anyone that doesn't believe that it takes a village to change this sees this morning. Dr. Stoddard's going to say a few words, and then we're going to ask Tom Mannion, the chair of the Domestic Violence Coordinator.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank everyone for being here, recognizing the beginning of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. On behalf of the county executive, I very much appreciate being asked to say a few words. He regrets not being here as well. This month, you'll notice that we're raising awareness with signage in red signs across the county. Domestic violence affects people of all classes, races, ethnicities, creeds. And ensuring that everyone is safe is a priority here in Montgomery County for the county council, for the county executive, the sheriff's office, state's attorney, and all the people you see behind us here. Last year, 4 of our 22 homicides were related to domestic violence. And actually, domestic violence is one of the even in Montgomery County, is one of the more prevalent causes of fatalities amongst those who are victims of homicide. Our police officers also continue to learn how to de-escalate situations, protect families, educate victims, encourage victims to seek aid, and provide services on site to help them access additional services off site. Nationally, more than 10 million women and men are physically abused by an intimate partner somewhere in the United States. The county plays a crucial role in providing services and education on how to prevent these situations. We also continue to offer a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week crisis hotline, the Family Justice Center, Department of Health and Human Services Victims Assistance and Sexual Assault programs, as well as a number of other services. The county executive, the county council, and everyone you see here continues to work to assist people. And one example we have is our sick and safe leave was passed a number of years ago. It actually affords the opportunity for those to get 7 days of leave in advance, and they could use that actually for situations as a result of domestic violence. That said, we can all do more, and I think it's really important that we do continue to do that, support the folks we have behind us here as well. Our goal overall is to ensure easy and reliable access to domestic violence services. If you need help, reach out. There is a service that can help you. It is better to reach out and get early assistance before things get worse. We also ensure that we have resources in multiple languages. We know that accessibility language is an important element of accessibility. So you will see all of the services for domestic violence have elements that can be easily translated across languages. I also encourage the community to visit our Silver Spring Civic Building for the art display with domestic violence there. It includes warning signs of domestic violence as well as portions that are both in English and Spanish. Overall, the county executive and everyone you see here, the county council, are committed to continuing to provide services to those who need it and continuing to educate the community about the risks and dangers of domestic violence in our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stoddard. And Mr. Mannion, would you like to say a few words?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Tom Mannion. I am the director of our Family Justice Center here in Montgomery County. As all of my friends up here and I stand up here this morning to recognize October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I can't help but be filled with an overwhelming sense of gratitude to be in a county where our leaders and our elected officials take this issue so seriously. It truly makes all the difference. Our Family Justice Center serves nearly 2,000 victims of abuse every single year. And to have a center like ours where government agencies are co-located and working together with nonprofit organizations, it's a really special thing to see. Especially because it goes so far beyond simple collaboration and all of us bringing our strengths to the table. We actually have a synergy that makes us all better by virtue of working together. Again, as was mentioned, this year for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, under the leadership of Smita Varia, we're launching our Know the Signs campaign in downtown Silver Spring at the Civic Center. There are going to be 40 bright red warning signs about domestic violence displayed in English and in Spanish at the Silver Spring Civic Center, as well as messaging on where you can get help in the county at such resources as the Family Justice Center. I'll just wrap up this morning by thanking Councilmember Katz, all of the members of the council, and of course our county executive for your continued leadership and support on this issue. I look forward to working with you all to continue to expand and enhance and replicate the successes of this wonderful Family Justice Center model so that Montgomery County can continue to be a regional and national leader on issues of power-based violence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and to thank you and the state's attorney and the sheriff for their continuing support as well on this important topic. This is a proclamation. Whereas October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and whereas on average in the United States, 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate or dating partner, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced rape, physical violence, and are stalking by an intimate partner. 1 in 12 teenagers have experienced physical and or sexual dating violence, and 1 in 15 children are exposed to domestic violence each year. And whereas in Montgomery County, approximately 5,000 protective orders are served per year, 150 misdemeanor domestic violence cases are prosecuted per month, and 1,100 clients are served per year. And whereas domestic violence can be a lethal prior strangulations, threats, use of weapon, jealousy, controlling behavior, suicidally, and or stalking indicate dangerous and possible lethal situations. And Knowing the signs of abuse is critical to preventing domestic violence. If you are concerned about someone, encourage them to get help and seek safe shelter. And whereas the Montgomery County Family Justice Center and the Abused Persons Program, both located in Rockville, Maryland, offer free, confidential services to anyone impacted by domestic violence, including virtual services and support available in multiple languages. And whereas during the month of October, the Montgomery County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council will host Know the Signs art installations throughout the county to promote awareness of the red flags of domestic violence. And whereas through public awareness and education, we can reduce the incidence of domestic violence in Montgomery County. Now, therefore, it be resolved that Mark Elrich as Montgomery County Executive and Sidney Katz as Council Member, and the entire County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2023 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and is signed today by the County Executive, by Council President Glass, and by me. Thank you all very much for being here. We are going to give you the proclamations. We have a few other copies of it, and we're going to get a picture.